big shout out to the Kiwi NRL podcast's main sponsor, possibly the only sponsor, FitZone. This week, their free 4-week challenge starts. That's right, it's absolutely free. You can register online at www.fitzonenz.com. Get amongst it, team. There's some pretty cool prizes. Epic. Did I say it was free? It's also free.
Woohoo.
The free 4-week challenge. So get amongst it. www.fitzonenz.com. Yeah, get amongst it. FitZone. Roll the intro.
I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm saying I try. And when the bass hits your chest, you wish you would die. I ain't trying to confess, I ain't trying to lie. Cause I'm a real dude, I'm a real dude.
I'm a real dude, I'm sorry dude, I'm just not like them other dudes. The thing that you're doing, dude, is coming across real rude. See, you just acting tough, I ain't gonna call your bluff. You just a waste of puff.
Kia ora, nō mai, hoki mai. Welcome back to another episode of the Kiwi NRL podcast. Today in the FitZone Creative Content Studio thing, we have Sam, Optimus Brill. How are you, buddy?
Good. I'm fizzing.
He's fizzing.
I'm fizzing.
See, Jason, that's how you do it. You might notice that I'm in the computer seat.
In the hot seat tonight. I think Jace is away actually on night class trying to understand what fizz actually is.
Yeah. We basically sent him away to cheerleader school just to for him to work out how to just to be up the ante, to be excited, to get amongst it, to be fizzing, to be hissing. So yeah, good luck with that, Jace.
We're rooting for you, bro.
If he passes with flying colours, then you may see him back. So it's just myself and Sam. Some would call that the A-team.
Some would, and I feel honoured to even be mentioned in that A-team.
Oh, there you go. So
actually, before we go, how are you?
Thank you, Sam. Finally, someone. I'm actually. Do you know what?
Go talk to me.
I'm actually, even though the Warriors lost in the weekend, I'm actually really pumped. Pumped for this episode. We've changed up the order a little bit.
Yep.
We're a bit more organised, so I'm just ready to rip in.
I'm excited too, definitely. Add a bit of, a je ne sais quoi, as some people would call it.
Fine, yep. Sure thing. All right. So we're going to kick straight into recap of the round that's been. So it's the games that happened and any other shit that's gone down. So basically that's what we're going to chat about now. So this is called Recap of the Round. Should I start?
Yeah.
I'll start.
Go ahead, man.
One of my takeaways, one of them was the Warriors' second half collapse.
Ooh, terrible.
Played a bloody good first half.
Shit, it was great, hey?
Why are you doing this to me?
I nearly, I was thinking, shit, Sean Johnson is going to put in a full bloody 80-minute performance, and poor bugger.
Nah, there was a couple, he played really well.
He did.
The first 40.
He did. I was like, here we go.
So this is the Shawnee we need. That's it. And I just think he may have tried a little bit too hard in the second half. I see he jumped over the left side where Dijon Mustard was, RC, and took over and then done that kick. But then it kind of just went straight out on the full.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh.
Well, those two 40-20s, from...
Oh, bro.
How unreal were they?
I was a little bit annoyed that we went back for the second one.
Yeah, that was fourth tackle one.
And that was also, there's quite a few errors in that second half that just had me
Just...
I may have been getting slightly angry. Just frustrated, not angry at the players, personally. But we just had such a good start, and I thought, this is it. This is good. So that was a little bit disappointing. Great first half. Do that twice.
You win the game.
Maybe. The other thing is the Tigers hang tough there. Even though we'll get to it in the year now about the bunker. But prior to that, they hung in that game well.
Honestly, I after the first try from the Cowboys in the second minute, I was like, oh, fuck, here we go.
Here we go. 50, that's right.
Rort. And then second at the half, I was like, far out. These guys actually got a bit of bottle about them. And
yeah, they were hanging in there. I thought the same too in that early try.
Yeah.
I was saying, oh no, but they hung in there. They actually deserved to win. Well, technically they did win.
Yeah. Well, that's what the Instagram said anyway.
Yeah, that's what the Tigers Instagram said. Well, to be fair, I would have posted it too if I was the Tigers admin.
not a Tigers fan, but jeepers creepers, I felt sorry for little buggers.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more on there. I was going to say something, but I'll talk about it more on there. Roosters on the way up.
Yeah, boy.
They look pretty good.
Honestly, and I'm always going to bang on about my boys, aren't I? But that's one thing I wanted to discuss was, are they a premiership contender now?
Well, they're a lot closer than they were, like, say, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, shit. I just, they're still 4 points behind 7th place, but it's...
You just got to get in there to start with. So that's the first step. So I think the way the middle of the season was going was a bit patchy. So people were a bit worried, but, and a lot of people said Roosters, you can't fully write them off. They'll start to find their feet, and they have.
I just think they've got a bit of cohesion about the game now, and they're actually getting the pattern together, and and
they spanked them even without money as well.
They weren't even in bloody top gear.
No, I think that's good signs for your Roosters, mate.
For the tricolours, yep.
And then Storm, what's doing? What is doing? The Storm is just more of a breeze.
I know. Even Bellamy's come out and started bagging them pretty much, saying,
it's
I don't think we're there.
For the Storm, because they have such high standards, you're like, what is actual doing there? I guess if you look through the team they're playing at the moment, you wouldn't say that's why they're chasing the likes of Reece Walsh and Dane Laurie and that for the rest of the season, but we're going to talk about that later too. What's doing there? I guess they just don't have the depth to keep coming with upper players.
You think about their teams over the years.
Yeah,
they've always had a spine.
Yeah,
and that's you look at them now. They still have a spine.
Yep. Yeah, no, they do. Because they've still got the 6 and 7 and Harry Grant at 9. It's like, I just don't know if they have enough across the park anymore. But hey, hopefully they're still not going that well next week.
Yeah.
Or this weekend.
This weekend, Friday night.
Yeah. That's what I had. What did you have down for the recap?
Yeah, so one was more of a...
Crisis averted on the laptop. This is live.
Great way to start.
This is great
content.
It's great content.
Yep. Right. So so mine's not more so on teams or something like that, but more interesting, things on what's happened during the week. And
right. Yep.
So for me, Pappenhausen's broken knee. How bad was that?
What they say, broken in 10 places.
10 places. Should have had some bad injuries, but that just looked pretty. Poor bugger. He's actually one of the good guys at the Storm too. And
yeah, and he only just come back too, so that's a bit gutting. Hey, at least he has an excuse if he doesn't ever propose to his missus.
Nah, there's another knee, isn't there?
Oh, that's true.
One thing I think me and Jace text each other about on the weekend is
not on the group chat.
Not on the group chat.
What the fuck? Leaving me out.
He's trying to learn some fizz. So,
yes, okay.
Okay. So Chanel Harris Davita's epic pukana.
That was so crack up.
Oh,
because I caught the end of it because he done a little bit of extra like.
Yeah. It was quite a long little.
I was like, what was
that?
that? And then when you see the image, he does the pukana first, and after that, he's got a little bit of the licky.
I was just like, did I really just see that? And I thought, yes. And then Jace texted me, did you see that? And I was like, yeah, bro.
Bloody good. Oh, I can tell you why he didn't text me. Okay.
Why?
It's because we record the Warriors game and watch it after the kids go to bed. Because there's too much tension.
Yes, I got you.
In and around the game, and the kids are like, Dad, Dad, Dad. And I'll be like, what? Because the Warriors usually aren't going well.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's the only reason I was left out.
Mate, you put you in a straitjacket when you're watching the Warriors, obviously. I think that's probably the most...
yeah, possibly. Possibly.
And no, we... I don't know if you can talk about it later, but Proctor being sacked for vaping.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later, probably.
That's also coming out later, but what the actual...
That's bizarre.
It was pretty weird. I mean, there's a few elements to it, but yeah.
Oh, there's definitely a few elements to it, and how the great have fallen.
Yeah.
He was once
one of the top guys going around.
Well, in the Storm. So, but that's all right. That's for me recapping of the round and
sweet. I was trying to think what else I actually
the bottle being thrown. That's
the bottle, random.
Like I saw it. I was like, I thought it must have been a piece of paper. But then I read
what would have been epic if the Fox had actually gathered that, had a swig. He's actually got the record again for the
38.4?
something like that.
Because it was sub 37.2.
Something, yeah. So he's
Yeah.
gone above that again.
Yeah.
Shit, he was real good in the weekend.
He's just gone like this to the Blues, eh?
Kangaroos, especially if Brian who goes to Samoa, and that he's a Kangaroos bloody winger for sure.
Oh, why would you not put him in there? To be honest, I've got a dark horse candidate for that too, who might be in the squad. Joseph Sawali.
Yeah, they might call him in early, eh?
Yeah,
Because that'll be on the fence too, whether he would play for Samoa, but
he'll play for Aussie.
there'd be a big carrot there dangling.
Mate, there's a huge carrot dangling there.
Mel will get his carrot out. Big Mel. Don't call him Big Mel for no reason. He's got the carrot of doom.
Hopefully I never get to see it. But yeah,
Yeah, actually, that's a good one. Just trying to think who would be the other one.
Because, obviously Tupou's not going to be there. He's Tonga.
He's gone to Tonga.
Like, the only person you put out there is Dane Gagai, because you'd have other centres. So,
Yeah, you probably have multiple centre options.
And Cobbo might not be,
Oh.
So
He'd probably be in
if
the
he's-
squad
if
though,
he's-
eh?
He'll be in the squad. He'd have to
Yeah.
because
I'd say he'd be
I
there.
don't think Australia are blessed with
Heaps of wingers.
Heaps of
Because then you've
wingers.
got Falto like Oates or
and Latrell's come, Latrell and
Latrell will be there, hopefully.
and the Timmy Turbo. So,
And Turbuck, he's
he
trying to get
reckons-
back.
but should out of principle, would you pick him?
Yeah, don't know. Never mind their team, they suck now. Just joking. Sweet. All right, shall we head into... We head down here, recap the GNRs from last week, but did you have anything in there? No, I didn't either, because I think we didn't actually recap them because we'd already put them out. But anyway.
And because we're going to do it for this week to start.
Anyway,
this
to
week,
start
so.
off anyway. So we're going straight into yeah or nah.
Yep.
Our first one is Big Mel, old Carrot of Doom, Dangler.
Big dangler.
He says, scrap the tier system with international. He's getting frustrated because people just won't tell him whether they're going to play for Australia or not. Just kind of, I understand why not, but it's also kind of weird.
It is kind of weird.
But just hold on, G. I'm just going to think about it. I mean, there's a lot to take in, but then surely at the end of the day, you know who you want to play for. Yeah, so do you want to go first? What do you reckon, yeah or nah, man?
I think scrap it. I'm on the fence though.
Yeah.
I think majority of people who support any form of international rugby would be on the fence because it's either going to benefit them or benefit So I'm definitely torn in the middle, but I think.
But from Mel's perspective, would it be a big yeah or a big nah? Don't forget the carrots in front of you.
Yeah. So I think it's a yeah.
Okay.
I think it is a yeah. Just if you create some form of stability in your decisions, then it makes it easy for your premier players to pick either I'm going to go stay with Australia or I'm not going to stay with Australia.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of chat about, which I used to think too, was it's literally like the state of origin should be more of like that's not a trial, but from that you make your Australian team.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that would make that's black and white, sort of makes sense. Obviously, there's a lot more grey involved these days.
Yeah. Big fat dirty greys.
So I'm going to say scrap the tiers. It's a yes from me. It's a yes. So I'm going to put my Kiwi goggles on.
Yep.
It's the only pair I have actually.
Yes.
And basically say, yes, remove the tiers. And who gives a fuck what happens to Origin?
Yeah.
This is just I've got my Kiwi goggles on though, so don't attack me, people. Just from a Kiwi perspective, it could open up, but also keep the age thing for state of origin.
I think the age thing is critical.
It's critical because you've got to have some sort of connection to the state.
You need a guideline of some way, shape,
I probably don't need the goggles on for that.
No,
actually.
you don't need goggles on.
And then, so I'd do that. So you'd have to have played at in the state from, was it 14 or something?
14, yeah.
I think that should stand. So then when you're picking your little tick sheet of who you're going to play for, you go, which state if you're eligible, and then which country. And it doesn't have to be Australia.
No.
It can be anyone.
You just make it clean cut.
I mean, not anyone. There will be some rules. You have to have heritage or blah, blah, blah. But that would be more simple, I reckon.
I think once again, like everything in this world, is politics is involved.
Yes.
And that's where you get the likes of the inflictor.
Yes.
It's you know, he's probably the best example at the moment for, you know, he wasn't making that team.
Well, yeah, because England's tier 1, so
It's tier 1.
he basically foregoes any more state of origin.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is a big call.
It's a huge.
Because he's definitely in the fold.
Oh mate, how would you not have him in there? You either have Liam Martin or him.
Oh,
Yep.
you could. That's a 50-50 call, I reckon. You could have had Victor easily this. But yeah,
I would have put him in that third.
it's a bit of a shame. Like if I'm
is.
a New South
It
Welshman to see him, which I'm not, so I put my New South Wales goggles on. It's a bit of a shame to not see him in the
Mate,
sky blue again.
Binoculars, eh?
Oh yeah, hang on. What's that? Oh, more like this.
Yeah. Well, backwards. I don't know. Fucking.
Maybe this type. Back to what I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with the likes of Victor, that's where I'm thinking, oh, actually the tier's like, you know, proud New South Welshman.
Yeah.
And it's the same as like people playing for Samoa. It's just this now that this tier system is kind of caught, like, is quite old. So, but when they designed it, they probably thought, well, you know,
Well,
no one else is going to be a tier 1 nation.
Exactly. And Australia, it was the mecca of.
Yeah. And then they're like,
Rugby
now
league.
it's like,
We've actually got other teams competing. with
other
us.
teams competing, like, at what point did Tonga become tier 1? But then it's like, you make them tier 1, they lose a lot of their players instantly. The ones that have repped Kiwis in Australia and State of Origin.
Both states as well.
So, exactly. So that's I think to make it clear, you just scrap all the tiers. I mean, how good? Even now, how good is this World Cup going to be?
It's going to be epic, man.
Because there's talks of like Tino, Josh Papali'i, just all these guys not playing for Australia but playing for Samoa. And then I've even seen an article, which I hope is just fluff. It says Moses Leota has a big call to make before the World Cup. I'd assume that because he played for the Kiwis at least this year. Like, I'm not a big fan of the same year jumping.
So it's when you bring Jazz Tavanga in that same conversation if we're picking him for Kiwis.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't because, I don't know. That's where it becomes tricky. Then also, if you scrap the tiers, do you have a first and second choice country still anymore, or is it just?
Either make it or you don't, and if you don't pick that team, you're not eligible for the other team.
I think it should be like that too.
Yep.
Because at that point, there's no tiers. Someone can play State of Origin, play for Samoa, play for State of Origin, play New Zealand.
Yeah. You lose your loyalty as well. So
Yeah. No, I reckon, just make them two separate things. So it's a big elaboration on yes or no.
Yeah, exactly.
Or yeah or nah. Yeah or nah. Sweet. I think I had something else around that. Yes, and it brings me back to the point I made. If you made international, if you pulled the money, like pulled all the money together, everyone gets paid the same, regardless of what country you play for. I know some teams bring in more money and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, if you've done this, that would take that money decision fully out of it. And it'll just be who do you actually want to play for.
And that's what the great thing about international rugby is.
Yeah.
You play because you're loyal to your country, and
Or whatever,
money
yep.
should never be an influence in that.
It shouldn't.
You make your money playing for your club team. That's what the money, because that's your daytime job.
One thing I would like rugby to do, though, I know it's pretty tight at the moment, but it would just be good if they just loosen the rules a little bit, just to have better Tonga or better Samoa. Because you got guys who play one test for the All Blacks and then...
So, yeah, exactly, and that goes with, the Fijian boys, that play the one test and have to go overseas for 3 years and then.
Yeah, and it just makes it hard. Like, sure, it should be up to... What even if you made it up to the ABs or whatever to say, look...
It should be 5 tests and under or something like that.
Yeah, there should be a little rule. I've only played 5 tests, or the All Blacks can say... That's okay with us for him to play with him because he is not in our top 60 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
So I agree with that 100% because how else are you going to strengthen any form of any sport if you can't?
Because you've got like Nani Lamapi's probably not going to play.
To be fair, there's talk on him coming back.
Oh, to New Zealand?
Yeah, for sure. No, it is a...
I just mean in between, you could be playing for Tonga when they played in the weekend. He's not doing anything though.
I don't think... I think if he still wants to
play for New Zealand,
play for New Zealand, he can't say how I'll play for Tonga this week.
It's just, but you know what I'm saying though.
Yeah, I know.
Because Tonga and Samoa will have quite a high caliber player just sitting out because they're not allowed to. I'm not saying they should fully let them, but I think there should be some more.
What's annoying though? Yes, this is rugby check, but
it's international eligibility check, which is what we're talking about.
Is those likes of those Israel Folau's, Charles Pietau's, and who else was it?
Malakai.
Fikatoa.
Yeah.
they only said, no, we'll only play 2 games and then we'll be eligible for the World Cup. So they might have some preseason games that they're not even going to play for, so they've only signed up for the World Cup, which I fucking hate.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's not cool.
I mean, I kind of get it, but I'm like, come on, man. You should play those other games too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, okay. On to the next, yeah or nah. Scrap the bunker. Yeah or nah? Blow it up, Sam? What are you doing? You're pushing the button to blow it up?
I've been thinking about this since last night, quite actually intensely,
Been up all night, guys.
because I know how to fizz, okay, and I fizz about sports,
Yes, he's fizzing.
and I think the bunker is just absolute debauchery. I just think it's just, that I'm not, fuck it, I've got to be careful what I say here now. I'm not going to be sexist as well, but in that Warriors game,
Yes.
lack of knowledge make decisions so much more slower.
Yes.
And
incorrect.
yes, and incorrect, and good. Like I will always respect
Females getting amongst it.
it because I think females is the next step in worldwide sport,
Yeah.
especially in L
And league.
and league and
rugby.
anything like that. So I think it's a massive massive plus, but you've got to have the right criteria. You've got to have
The knowledge.
absolute knowledge,
Experience.
experience, and everything like that. Because
You can't learn your trade on the bunker.
I tell you what, she won't be in the bunker for a top tier game like this weekend for the Panthers or the Eels.
Oh, no. They wouldn't do that.
They would not do that. So
it's just the Wars playing.
But it's all good to lower tier team.
Yeah.
If you want to learn that stuff, there's second grade to do it.
Second grade, it's touchy. Because even
New South Wales
touchies,
Cup,
because what does
you know?
touchies even do? Really? Because they're supposed to do a few things, but they don't really do fuck all.
No, they don't call forward passes or anything like that. So
And then they'll be the bent over steering in the corner.
yeah,
Go up. You'll have to go up.
Yeah, it was a try, but
Check it.
yeah, check it. Fuck the bunker.
You just say it like that guy. Do you remember that guy from the Warriors on TikTok?
Nah, I don't watch shit talks.
Oh, that was on Instagram. It was shared
okay.
from TikTok. Okay,
I've
mate.
already just come back on Instagram.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, okay.
I've
Anyway,
I've deleted a lot of shit too.
it's this big Samoan fella. Did you not see that? Oh, fuck, what game was it? But it's like, fuck the bunker and fuck the ref. It was bloody great. But he's calling it like the banker.
The bunker.
Fuck the bunker.
Ooh.
Yeah, apologies for the swear words, but that's what he said.
Yeah, but no, for me, the bunker's got to go. Bring back one I love was that 2 ref system. I thought that was.
I thought that worked too.
I thought that worked great because you've got two refs talking to each other on the field.
Yeah, I think. Now, was that slowing the game? Oh no, it was speeding it up too much. Hey, that's what they were worried about. Oh, was it speeding? It was one of the two, but
Why would you not want to fuss the game?
I don't know. No, it must have been the other way around. Oh, I think you get away with more with one ref because what they used to have is one on the ruck.
Yeah.
Then one doing the old onside.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but that creates accountability for both sides.
And then you got 6 agains anyway,
Yeah.
so you can just do 6 again.
Exactly. So that's where that 6 agains I think is great in their application of 2 refs. So
Yeah, I want to say my call is. It would have been real easy for me to find a million reasons to say yes, blow that shit up. But I've gone with no. Now listen.
I'm always, brother.
I'm putting my ref goggles on now. I'm not.
I'm buying you some fucking goggles next week.
Beer goggles. I think it still helps more than not. But maybe they just have to be better at it. Which is pretty...
That's harsh.
But no, you know what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
probably better than killing. I think in some instances, like when we get the calls, I'm like, yeah, the bunker. Not really, kind of. But I mean, for some instances, I think it's good. But I think as you're getting used too much now, at the moment,
Yeah.
you can't use it for fucking everything.
It's pretty much flogging a dead horse situation.
Yeah, and I think just rein it in a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. It also brings up the captain's challenge kind of argument as well.
I think that needs to be scrapped. I don't.
Initially, I liked it because, especially
one or the other. I think it needs to be
one or the other.
One or the other.
I think that the reason I like captain's challenge is that initially I felt like the Warriors were always getting like the shit end of the stick,
Yeah.
and then they could challenge it. And it worked a few times, but they didn't work on the weekend.
I'm still all for the television match official because that's critical.
I think you need that, especially for like grounding of the ball, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
in try situations.
But not bring it back
mid game.
63,000 phases.
No, mid game, looking at someone who's obviously stripped it and then saying no strip. I don't know about that.
And then another case for the bunker was this first intercept that the Fox got.
Yes.
Saying that he was offside. But one thing that was great was, Blocker Roach came back and actually said, hey, this is the rules, slowed it down, and he says he's played the ball and it's gone past the point of his back foot.
Yep.
And you're allowed to have 1 foot in the line then go. That happened like that.
Yep. That's exactly right. You only need 1 foot. I mean, they don't do that on the try line.
And the thing is, if they took it to the bunker, I bet you would have said offside.
Yeah, probably. They wouldn't have looked at that.
They wouldn't have looked at it. So it was,
So it's a bit of yeah or nah. I could easily say yeah, blow that shit up. But I've said no for a bit of, not really devil's advocate, but maybe. All right, and we had another one. I hadn't written down because I'd done that beforehand.
Right. Should the Storm
be
poaching players from lower tier teams to aid in their last 6 games?
Well, I tell you what. No. You can get out of here, Craig Bellamy. Tell you what. Bring it. You need a bigger carrot. You need some Mal Meninga style carrot.
Yeah.
No, you can find 100 reasons to say yes to, but I want to say no. I just think a player, especially, I know it happens a lot, but I just prefer a player to stay at a club for the year.
Yeah.
That's might be a bit shit thinking like old school, but man, I just prefer that.
At least, honour yourself.
And also, but it also actually depends how it works. What do the other team get in?
Yeah, exactly.
Return.
So last year, obviously the Warriors were in a situation.
Yes, there's a tricky ass situation. Yep.
Where but that was due to because they weren't allowed to bring anyone else from overseas in.
Couldn't bring anyone from New Zealand.
But the Storm being the Storm, and if they go on to win it, there might be a little asterisk next to that name.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And that for me is a big fat dirty. Get the heck out of there, Craig Bellamy, because that's just dirty.
But I tell you, like, what if it worked like this? Yeah, sure, you can have Reece Walsh for the last few weeks, but you might need a little bit of Remus Smith action for the whole year next year.
Yeah, and I bet you it will not be reciprocated.
No.
It will not be reciprocated.
They're probably like, yeah, he's actually injured all next year too, so you can have him.
Yeah.
Nah, but probably. You know what I mean? It just depends how it works. I'm not sure how it works the other way. Surely the team gifting the player or allowing the player to play. Like Tafita Pangai Jr. done that for Panthers last year.
Yeah, that's right.
So he's got a little ring on his finger now.
He does.
Because where was he? Broncos. And he was on the out. Yeah, he was on the out.
Right.
And they they didn't make the 8, so. I mean, I can kind of see it. You got some good caliber players in other teams that aren't playing the 8, but then you're not playing the 8 for a reason.
Pangai Jr. went there because he was on the out. It wasn't because Panthers asked for him, though.
Yeah, it was probably a bit of like, hey, anyone keen? I just think if your team, because you're a member of that team, has not made the 8, I also kind of feel like, well, do you deserve to play in the top 8?
No, because no.
You know what I mean?
I think get a bit of decorum about yourself and as a club, because you can't just go and poach a lower tier team to aid in your finals run. Yeah. You make the finals on the backing of what the team really got.
And the other thing is too, like, a lot of people finding it weird that Stacey Jones benched Walsh, but I've been saying that for like weeks about his defence.
Did I made the call that?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, and like we've been speaking about it for ages. I'm just like his defence isn't there. Even if you look at all the tries that Raiders got, Chanel was literally in the frame most of the times. He didn't stop them all. But you've got to be in the frame of the picture.
You have to.
And I just lots of times Reece isn't. And I think I was a bit worried at the Warriors, because of late they're pretty easy to say, you know what, we'll be nice. You can leave early. You can just gap it. And we don't need a premier forward at all. It would have been pretty handy at the moment.
Yeah, it would. And it was, I think one thing good about Stacey Jones, he's been asked that question, pre-game interviews and stuff like that. And he's pretty firm, eh? He's pretty,
Doesn't try to fluff it out.
No, he doesn't. And
but, like, I just don't know why the world finds it so crazy that this kid would get benched. I'm just like...
what actually has he done?
Yeah. Like, he has those moments, right?
He's great, but,
I just don't think I don't think I don't think it should be like, oh shit, he got benched. What the hell's going on there?
So
Are they smoking crack or something?
If I was the Broncos, red flags would be dinging up left, right, and centre right now because.
Oh, but I think also they've helped him out a bit. So I think this whole because he wanted to go home. I think there's a few points in their court with how it was going to roll.
Yeah.
But you carry on.
Yeah, and so but going on, if the Warriors are benching Reece Walsh because of his defence, what is he going to do for our team?
Well, especially what I did like was that Reece was keen to get on. Like you could tell.
Yeah, I know.
It was hurting him that he wasn't playing.
Was it 12 minutes to go? He got put on.
He's just walking up and down the sideline.
He turned to Stacey and bloody. What am I going on?
What am I going on, mate?
And then we're not. But because RC let him
into 5'8".
Yeah, because he let through that tackle. No, he went to fullback.
Who did? RC did.
No.
Did Chanel go? I thought Chanel stayed at the back and then Reece went to.
No.
Are you sure?
100%.
How much you want to put on it?
$10. TAB voucher. Let's go.
Okay. Yep. I'll shake on it because I'm pretty sure he went on at 5'8", and then Reece and then Chanel was out the back. Anyway, we'll soon see. Fuck, have to dig that up tomorrow. I think
saying that,
it's good for him though. I reckon if he plays this week coming or doesn't, if he does, I reckon he'll go well. There's nothing wrong with benching a kid. I just couldn't believe all the commentators. They're like, yeah, it's the only thing going well for the Warriors. I'm like, is it?
I don't know if it is.
Is it the only thing going well? I don't know if he is the only thing going well.
One thing was cool after the game. This is why I love Tohu Harris. He looked at his players and said, hey, guys, look at yourself in the mirror. Is this what you want to be as a footballer?
Well, that's it, man. Because they cost it for themselves.
Yeah.
The Raiders literally... there was a few good plays, but... it's just the errors.
Yeah, it's the errors that...
And that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Tavita Harris misguiding that ball into touch, should have been kicked in there or,
Just done the odd, missed it. Or it's just... Do you know there's also nothing wrong with pushing it down?
I know. That's what I don't understand. I was like,
lots of people do the biff it.
Yeah.
Push it down, mate. Yeah, no, there's a few things. And I love Jazz, but he made a few...
He was... poor bugger.
I felt like he was trying real hard to get penalties.
Yeah.
There was a couple there where he kind of was half ripped, then he let it go. And
yeah.
I'm like, oh.
3 times, eh?
Yeah, there's a 3 there.
3 crucial errors on first tackle set, and then also it was just cynical error.
I feel like he'll come if he's in the team, which I think he will be.
Of course he will be.
He'll come back this week, and I think he'll have a solid game because he's spoken about throughout the year how he'd improved that, and he had. This is probably the first game in a while where he's given a few away in a row, so he won't be happy with that. What was that year on a Storm?
No, that was a Storm, yeah.
Anyway, you can't have anyone, Craig. Make do. You have to go look at your local Victorian competition, okay? In your lower grades in Victoria. You can pull a couple up from there. There was another year on our, right? Oh, the not the halftime vape from Kevin Proctor.
It was fucked up.
So I guess what are we hearing nahing to? Yeah or nah? Should he have been sacked?
Now that I've thought about it, yes, because of pure situation and social aspect of you shouldn't be doing that. But
I get that.
But the Titans, man, it's such a Titans thing.
It is, and it's kind of. Did he do that on purpose?
What comes of that though? Do the Warriors go nab him?
Possibly. I don't know. It'll be a really that's very Titans to do. It'll be a very Warriors thing to do. To then go grab him.
Exactly.
Get the Cuzzy home. Maybe 2 years ago I'd have been keen, but lately I don't know. He was always a good player, but
he's definitely gone off the boil a bit now.
Yeah, and he's getting on a bit. It's very hard to be very good for a long period of time.
I just think going to the land of silicon and sand and of the Gold Coast, it plays
silly sand.
Yeah, I reckon it plays with Joker's minds.
Oh, mate, it would. Bloody, it would. I tell you.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to live in Matamata where we've got swamp land around us, and
Hey, I'll take that over some. No, I can't say that. Anyway, I'm going to say... I was going to say something, but it's... we say a few things that aren't appropriate, but that's probably a step too far.
Yeah.
I want to say No. Because I feel like, hey, he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing the game. This is at halftime. Looks like he was kind of taking a dump.
Yeah.
He just got the vape out.
Yeah.
I mean, was it silly that he had a vape and put it on Instagram during the game? That's probably a bit silly. Is it worse than when he has snorted cocaine with old Jesse Bromwich?
No.
Probably not. And he didn't really lose his job from that. So for them to be like, you know what, we've had enough, Kevin. Because I think has he been that bad there? Has he been naughty at all?
No, but I guess he hasn't really been in the 17 for a long time.
Not for a long time. So I'm thinking they're like, you know what, Kevin, we've had enough of it.
This is an easy out for us.
And he's probably thinking, what? And he's like, well, you vaped and you're gone. And then down in section bloody clause 21.5 AB, one shall not vape in the shitter at halftime and post it up on the Instagram. And he'd be like, that is not in there. And they'll be saying, take a look, Kev.
Right?
Boom, there it is. He's like, well, it is in there. That's awkward. I'm going to tell the wife this. Yeah. So I reckon, no, I don't like it. I reckon, surely they could have just given the old slap on the wrist.
Like, come on, bro. But the thing is, like, they couldn't give him a match suspension because he's not even bloody playing.
You're banned for the rest of the year. Oh, you weren't going to play me. Oh, yeah. Anywho, I don't think you should just be like, man, there's probably some other things. Like there might be heaps, there's other things counting up. And they said, this is a lot. You do anything else, Kevin?
It'd be interesting.
You're done.
It'd be interesting to see what comes out from his manager or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, because they will say something like that and then, saying, oh, we were, held, hard done by, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But then
they wanted to get rid of Kevin.
But then the Titans will then come out and go, hey, 1, 2, 3, third strike, you're out. This is 1 and 2, and obviously they don't disclose that stuff, but they...
He'll be calling Uncle Wayne. He'll be down to the Dolphins.
Oh, he'll be, yeah.
Just an hour's drive away. Straight into the Dolphins. Let's go.
Shit. Oh, yeah. Shit. Actually, Bellamy might be rubbing his hands together. Dangling his carrot.
He might have to. I mean, you could probably put Kevin at fullback. The old vape in one hand, ball on the other. That'll be crack away. Is that blueberry? I don't know.
It's like Power Wars, mate.
Hey, that's not vape, That's that ganja vape. Anyway, that was it for Year on That was a big section. Some good topics.
Yeah, actually, it's probably I enjoy that sort of version of that.
No, it's good. It's going. The new format's going well. And it says here, ad. This is another ad. We are looking for sponsors for each segment of this great show. If you're interested, DM us on the Kiwi NRL podcast. You can find us on Instagram or the Fellatio book. Just type in Kiwi NRL podcast and we should be, well, the only ones to pop up. Give us a follow if you haven't already and then hit us up on the DMs. Hey, we're open to any products. Is there anything that you're like, cost of living's going up? Is there anything you need around the house that you're thinking, oh, that's a bit spenny to be buying that?
Oh,
I mean,
definitely not pregnancy tests anymore, but
okay.
Yeah.
What about local servo? That'd be great.
Oh, local servo would be. I don't pay for petrol.
Oh yeah, shot artsy. Is that still all good to top up my truck on that card, bro? So shout out to Electrico for the free gas. But honestly, if there's any, if you're a business out there, just wants a shout out, it might cost you something, a little, who knows? We'll figure that bit out. But yeah, so if you are a business that wants to sponsor any of these great segments, get at us, DM us, Instagram or facial book. All right, so we're into a new segment, or kind of a remix of what we used to do.
Yep.
MVK. Sounds like a wrestler. Hey, MVK. And he has the K-bomb or something as his move. But anyway, it actually stands for Most Valuable Kiwi. So we're looking at, we'll move into the Tawara Nico Awards after this, but we're basically going to wrap multiple Kiwi players that have played well throughout the round, because quite often we won't mention them in our 3-2-1s, and we thought if we could give a wider wrap to people we can see playing well, then we can then whittle down to our Tawara Nikos after that.
And yeah, definitely just elaborate on that. It's one thing we always talk about in 3-2-1s. We could have put this. Oh, I didn't know who to put here. But then it gives a wider spectrum on why
who's in the mix.
Exactly.
Because people might be going, oh, it should have been Dylan Brown, but, he was right on the cusp, and then we had to make a call.
Yeah.
So you just don't know. Do you want to start us off, champ?
Yeah, man, for sure. So
Hit us with it.
I'll start off just with my special mentions, I think, and then I'll go into my 3, 2, 1s if you want to do it like that. Or
I think we just do our special mentions each.
Yeah.
And then we break into our 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We'll see how this goes, and if it's not that great, we'll switch it to the other way.
Yeah, exactly. So so for me, a few guys that I thought played well was Faitala Mariner.
Yes, he had a good game.
He had a very good second half, and he lucky tries, but also he put himself in the situation to.
Mate, you got to be there.
You got to be there, and any sportsman, if you're not there, well, where the fuck are you?
Where are you, mate? You're probably in the shitter having a vape.
But and yeah, fucking hell. And it's the same thing with Harawara Nera as well.
Yes.
He was also a player.
Energy.
He
was up and about. He was there.
And it's like these are players we hardly even mention.
Yeah.
Because but for
they're
once,
in the mix.
They're in the mix.
But do they get a point over, say, James Fisher-Harris or someone? And then you're like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's I thought he was quite instrumental for the Raiders actually.
No, he was very good.
Also, Jeremiah King, good shout out for him.
Good game.
He was solid around that ruck with the Bulldogs. I think
he's improving, man.
He is, man. He's just
people were like, when the Dolphins signed him, they're like, oh. I was like, well, I think he's improving. So you would have got him for a good price. And he's only really getting better at the moment.
I think because he knows he's in the Bulldogs, he goes like, hey bros, I'm gonna do my utmost best to make sure we finish the season on a high.
That's right, yeah.
So kudos to you, brother, because that was.
No, he's playing well. I know Jace rates him quite highly. He always has him in and around his mix for his ones.
I'll go to old Caputan for the Warriors, Tohu Harris.
Mate,
I
just always putting in that effort.
He's a shining light of the Warriors.
Yep. No, I think you're correct. I mean, he tries his guts out every time. I tell you what's working a lot better, him at front row and Jazz back at lock. I think Jazz will slug his guts out at the front, but you're just not getting... Even though Tohu's not like Bunty and like hisses into it, he just collects a few players, chucks them on his back, and he's marching.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's exactly the same as Joseph Tapini when he does the same thing as well. So
inching forward, gets an arm out.
He's a strong motherfucker.
He is a beast.
I think that's why Tohu Harris and Joseph Tapini, they can't be in the same team together because they're exactly the same.
They're almost, they're actually really
identical.
similar, eh? He is a young Tohu Harris.
So that's where I think, it's hard pressed for Tohu to even press for higher honours. Yeah.
But even though, because I think he'd still make the Kiwis team.
I hope so.
But he's actually retired from international.
Yeah.
So he can, he's got his knee already strapped up. He's doing a Roger carrying the team again, but I don't want to get into that.
He's just so chill, eh? Yeah. I'm not getting into that conversation as well. So.
He's just carrying the team. But anyway.
Yep.
Who else you got on your list, mate? Is that it?
That's pretty much it. We've had a few Kiwis out. Manu, obviously, if Manu was playing, I'd be, salivating and other things.
Oh, Joseph Manu.
And Fisher Harris didn't play. So.
Hey.
Joking.
I was going to say, you mustn't have watched. I was going to say, you mustn't have seen.
I'm so happy. That worked out perfectly for me.
I was just like, you're obviously smoking something funny because he definitely played. Alrighty. So my turn. My MVKs. I've got James Fisher-Harris. So strong in the middle. Strong, the same sort of aspect, but geez, he just goes hard.
He's Mr. Consistent.
He's just so, and it's just, even last week when they had rested players, he just bloody took it on. He's like, okay, I need to find another gear. And he did. Love his work. Shit, he's the man. I've also gone Patariki Karikana. He plays for Brisbane. He's a lock now. Patrick Carrigan. Nah, he's
your favourite now, eh?
Yeah, it's good. Geez, I wish he was a Kiwi. Shit, he's good. Tapini, I've got him in there. Raiders best, probably. Yep. Consistently dangerous, dragging people with him, arm out, looking for an offload. Got unlucky a few times with a couple of calls like forward and whatnot, but
that was first half when they went actually.
But once they got their mojo, oh shit, he was good. Chanel, Corey Hardaway tonight. Shit.
He was good, man.
Pain in my ass. I mean, that's Warriors goggles on.
Yeah.
I'm no longer your cousin, if you're out there listening. But nah, shit, he was good. How good was the WAP celebration too?
Oh. and the commentator was trying to explain
What he's doing.
the funny aspect of.
And he was like looking back in the mirror doing it. I was like, oh, okay. He loves it, eh? He even done that twerk last year for the try.
Yeah, that's right.
He done the ow my back, and then was like,
Yeah.
twerk. Nah, Jeezy was good. Just energy off the bench, eh? Just in and around everything. Bloody pain in my ass. Yeah. I should shout out to Dell. I think Dell played really well. Made one probably key drop, but apart from that, shit, he was throwing himself into it.
We missed. Oh, what? Not we. Sorry, the Warriors missed him on the wing last week.
Hey.
The week before.
Oh, I was like,
Not the weekend just gone.
okay, sweet. I thought you were trying to play with me again. I was like,
No,
bro,
no,
he definitely played.
I'm doing that.
You got that mean break, man. That mean break up the middle was just like, it's like the Mouldy Sonic.
So, is there a thought of it putting him in centre? Would that be a?
He played there for the Bulldogs in New Zealand.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he'd be good. He'd be solid.
But then you lose the aspect of the finish on the
And
edge.
geez, he just has no regard for himself. He just carried the line. So I'll give him a shout out for that. Work rate of the man. Gave 120%. And I thought Jordan Ricky was quite nice in the weekend. Probably without, standing out completely.
Yeah.
But I think he was doing all the right things, running the right lines. Got that try as well, like we say. For those moments, you got to be there.
Absolutely.
And,
Absolutely be there.
I'm actually rating how he's playing. He's I like his energy about him. He gets through. He runs a lot of good dummy lines and stuff. Does all that sort of work. That's not really that spoken about. And yeah, that's who I've got for my MVKs.
It's good. It's good that we've got a couple same players, but
quite a different because you're now elaborating wider than just three. You can
Yeah.
I did have Jerry Marshall King as well, but there's one I just thought of that I was going to put in. I forgot about was Stafford Tour.
Mm-hmm. He played pretty good.
He played well.
I think he was Clarkie's young gun of the round.
Oh yeah, or something like that. Yeah,
he played really well.
He played really good.
Yeah.
Whether or not I say he'd be strongly on Tonga's radar, but played junior Kiwis and whatnot. So, and also, now I'm just naming heaps of players.
Yeah.
But I thought also worth a mention was Timoko from the Raiders was pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
The centre.
Yep.
So he did it without setting the world on fire. I think he done some really solid things. Took all that impact and then managed to offload to that guy in the corner.
Yeah.
Hopoati.
Hopoati. Shit, he was good actually.
He was solid too.
Swallowed every single ball he got.
Yep.
Swallowed
them right down. Real deep. So actually that's everyone.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so from that we'll move into our actual 3-2-1s for the Tawara Nico Awards.
You go first.
I'll go first,
Yep.
yes. So I've got Jared Fisher. Jared played pretty good on the weekend too, I reckon. Hargreaves? Yeah, he went okay.
Good comeback from injury.
Good game back. Anyway, so I'm going to go this way. One is for Corey Hardaway and Nida.
Yep.
Energy and all the rest, but mainly because of the WAP. That was good.
So performance was not even an attribute. It was the
Oh, I mean, it was, but,
making wormholes.
20% the actual performance, 80%
wormholes.
the WAP.
Yeah.
Irrigating the ground. Yeah, it was great. Not my cousin anymore, though. 2, Joseph Tarpane. I mean, beast mode. Shit. Easy dub to give him a couple points. And then 3 points goes to James Fisher-Harris. He's still my cousin. Until you score a try against the Warriors and you're not. And yeah, that's my 3-2-1 or 1-2-3.
Yes, cool. Right, I've gone semi-similar. So my 1 point is Harawaranita.
As well. Yeah, it's a mouthful. Harawaranai.
I've actually gone on his performance at 1, not his hole-making ability.
Well, that's just weird. Okay? You're just being weird.
You can tell you're married, aren't you?
Hey, just saying.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good wet.
Each to their own, and that's what we respect each other's opinions in that respect.
Dum,
Yeah.
dum, 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 dum.
Sweet.
Karen.
2, Tohu Harris and the losing team. I just think he's captain fantastic for them at the moment.
He was my one at the start.
Yeah, I really.
But then I remembered what Maravilla United done, and I was like watching it in slow motion. I was like,
I just love him. He's got a bit of honour to his game. He's got a
mate, he's the bloody warrior, the true essence of a warrior.
Yeah. He's that RTS of 2019, you know?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why his knees strapped up. His fucking lower back's buggered probably.
Oh, mate. He's carrying something anyway, and it's...
The whole team. That's what he's carrying.
And my 3 is actually Joseph Tapine, I think. When he came...
Yeah, it was hard not to give him the 3. He bloody played good. Even when they were going bad, he was the one, like... getting meters.
When he came on for his second shift, he, I think, you know, plus on the back of those 2 40-20s, he was, you know, sucking in those 3 players and just dragging them, getting those offloads, and
quick play
making,
the ball.
you know. So that's what you know you want up your middle.
Just a momentum man.
He just sucked the life out of the Warriors.
Geez, just as a Kiwi rotation when you've got Bromwich, Fisher Harris, and then him at 13, all on at the same time. That is absolutely insane.
It is. It's incredible. Actually, I just think we're so blessed right now
with the front row. Yeah, and that's without, you know, when we used to have like Aidan Fanua-Blake and stuff too. Yeah. So, but you know they've moved on. That's right. So have I.
We all have. Even he was a bit quiet for the Warriors actually.
Yeah,
he was real quiet.
I actually said that to my wife when we were watching. I was like, you know, easy to say on the couch. Like,
that is very easy to be a couch warrior.
Get working.
Yeah.
He just wasn't like, if he was that B defender, he wasn't shooting up, he wasn't putting any pressure on, stuff like that. So I don't know whether he's unwell or he might have been injured or something, but we need him. If the Warriors are any hope of beating the Storm this week, Big Fanua-Blake. Balaki needs to be having one of his best games. All right. So that moves us on to the best bet. Now, this is actually sponsored by... no, it's not sponsored, but I'll give him a shout out. We've got a guest. Well, a guy who's going to be on, who's giving us a best bet every week. He runs the... I don't remember how to say it properly. It's that Kiwi NRL punter.
Yeah.
Is the Instagram handle. If I fuck that up, I'll actually obviously link him to the podcast and that.
Subtitles.
So I've requested, he's going to send through one of his best bets. He's bloody elite with going through, unlike myself, and he does the homework, gets the percentages, all that sort of stuff. So should we start with his one?
Yeah, man, for sure. Bet? Absolutely. So, you're plugging him, so do it.
He's gone, for this week's bet, he's gone Justin Olam, anytime Kumara or try. In brackets, even a double, just for a little bit extra spicy seasoning.
Sprinkle it on.
I mean, reason. So he's got a reason here.
Cool.
Olam has 75% strike rate against the Wars. Wars have leaked 4 left centre tries in the last 6 games.
Woohoo!
Olam been a beast. Indeed he has. And Storm will be wanting to turn things around. They will be. It's all great reasons.
Yeah, it's great.
So I'm not sure what we haven't got the anytime odds or the double will be paying about $4, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
$4.60 or something?
Yeah.
Maybe not with the Storm against the Warriors.
It'd be a $2.50, $2.10 sort of.
Any-timer.
Yeah.
But, you know, but this guy's been on fire. Go follow him on Instagram. He'll reviews every game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
He has his best bets and that, so absolutely elite. He actually got me out of a hole on the weekend, so it's great. Do you want to tell us what your best bet is, mate? Actually, congratulations.
Oh, yes.
Congratulations. He's done it. Happy birthday. Oh, no, wrong song.
But means I've
celebrate good times. Come on. It's a celebration. You know, there you go.
Okay. Cheers, bro. Thanks for you're serenading me.
That's right.
Yeah, no, well, I get to keep my clothes on, which I don't know if I'm gutted about or not.
I mean, it would have been good to have someone nude for a podcast at some point. Would I have chosen you? Don't know. There's not many other. It's either you or Jace.
you got either end of the spectrum.
And I've seen Jace naked already, so okay. Yeah. You'd be my top man for being naked. But well done, mate. What a game!
Yeah, Sid, I was happy. Got there in the last try. I was watching it. I was stumbling home from the bar because I couldn't watch it at the bar because I didn't have it on, and was like, come on.
That's a real standard New Zealand pub thing.
Yeah, it is.
You have to request the league to be put on.
Yeah, jeepers, it pissed me off.
Oh, it gets me riled up.
You know, after my third tequila shot, I was like, you know.
That's it. But yeah, how good shot, mate.
Shit. So I was happy.
That also got me out of a hole because my bet was rubbish.
And once again, who forgets to not place their bet?
Probably you.
This idiot right here.
Maybe you should do it during the week like Jason and I do.
Yeah, but the odds...
They do change, but
They do change.
They change and then you don't put it on.
I actually put the bet on of... Oh, no, sorry. I did put the bet on, but I put it on as a multi, not a singular bet.
Oh, you didn't do the singulars as well? I just do
that's what I forgot to do.
I do the multi-arc and then I just do the singulars. But yeah. Anyway, so what's your bet for this week, mate?
So it was hard for me to find any value in my usual, 13 pluses or my...
Change it up, baby. It's all good.
But I'm not going to change it up because...
Oh, man.
I'm a straighten out, motherfucker.
I was thinking, shit, okay, he's going to go outside the square here.
I do have something else as well, but I don't have the odds, and I hate not providing odds.
Yeah, even the same with the guy. He's like, when do you need it by? I said tonight. He's like, well, there's be no odds. I was like, yeah, but just,
Yeah.
Anyway.
So I've just, I've been on this train for a while now, just because I'm just loving the way that they're playing, and it's the Roosters, obviously. And,
oh, my gosh, yeah.
And I'm just...
I mean, that one thing I will say, the few times I jumped off Ice Puppy, I regretted it. So if it's working for you,
yeah, exactly.
Continue on.
I'm not a bandwagon fan. I'm just an absolute lover of a Rooster, mate. A Roosters. So I've got Roosters 13 plus.
Yes, okay.
And
nice.
At $3, they're playing the Seagulls, and I think Seagulls are actually on their way down.
I think they are a bit, It's a bit odd. I mean, they go in patches. They're a bit patchy.
And I think we've got a good record against the Seagulls at the moment.
I mean, if you went... Yeah, I reckon that's a pretty, I'll back you up on that.
Yeah. So,
I'll back you up on that.
And I've actually, I had one or the other, but I didn't have the odds, so I've gone with the ones I had the odds with. Joseph Tuali, 2 tries.
Oh, easy dub.
So
either way, help yourselves.
Help
yourself. And you'll be saying, you're welcome next week when you get paid. All right, my best bet. Now, last time I done this, people laughed at me.
Oh, I can't wait to laugh emoji.
People laughed in my face. I was telling them all week.
Is it this one?
That is. How did you remember that? I never used the button.
That was purely a guess.
That's what they do. Anyway, so once again, I'm saying, fuck it. Waz 13 plus, baby, at home. Homecoming round 2. Let's go. Warriors 13 plus. Storm on the way down. I mean, we've stormy weather up north at the moment anyway, so we're kind of like learning how to deal with the storm. So basically, we're dealing with the storm every day this week.
So this week is just,
And then they come over, oh, storm. We already had one of those this week.
We dealt with it.
We've dealt with that.
Put it on a platter, put it in the dishwasher.
I just think the boys are going to do a first half twice this week. That's where I'm going with it. 13 plus even.
Curran needs to start though.
Yeah, I don't like Curran off the... Get him in there. Get the
start.
Muleha up there.
He's only a young fella too, He's only under 20. He's 22 or 23.
But he's just good he's good at A or B defender with putting pressure on, all that grubby stuff. Get him in there.
Oh, shit. He's good.
He's the man. Waz 13 plus. Reason. Do I need one? Probably.
Yes. I think.
Even when I say the reason, people are last time I was a bit offended that they laughed because it was the homecoming against against the Tigers. And I'm like, what's so funny about that? They're going to get an extra 50% per player of effort because they're at home for the first time in ages. Reason. Now, this isn't even made up. This is legit statistical information. Have won all games at Mount Smart this year.
Whoa!
Okay, stay with me.
Shit, you had to pull that one out of your ass.
And get this. In all those games, they have won by 13 plus.
Hey, you heard it here first, folks.
So I'm not just going off my heart, I'm not just putting it out there with my Warriors goggles on. I've got reasons too, that Kiwi NRL punter. Okay, I've done my math. 100% strike rate at home.
What?
Unbeaten this year at home.
Did you even get your odds? Is it even on there?
Oh, it'll be something. They'll be paying probably something crazy like $500 million.
I'll find out for you right now.
Because no one will be having them. Oh, actually, they might have them, eh? Just because.
Nah, they're paying $5 to win.
Just head to head.
Yeah, I think so.
What's the 13 plus? Because don't fuck around with that head to head.
No, sorry, they've gone down to $3.95 now.
Head to head. I'll see. There's some people who.
So there is some value there.
Those people.
Yeah, $13.
$13 for a 13 plus. Just saying, if you've done the math, statistically, like I have done, have won all games at Mount Smart this year. Like, that's not a lie, is it?
No, because like the one attendance was enough to get,
Well, you could get into detail like that, but I'm just saying, if you look at the record, one game at home, one win, and all of those 1 games, they won by 13 plus.
Yeah.
So why in the hell would the TAV have it paying that much?
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Like, you just fill your boots on that. But yeah, so those are our best bets. Jason actually sent one in.
Did he?
He didn't. He actually, his streak ended last week.
Patrick Herbert?
He's gone Patrick Herbert for anytime vape. At halftime. Anytime vape. Yeah, those are the best bets. All right. What do we got here? Weekend Fizz. The Weekend Fizz, which I renamed. Looking for sponsors, like I said. So after a bit of like a fizzy sponsor. So
Definitely fizzy sponsor.
whether it's brown fizzies or just any fizzy.
Preferably brown fizzy.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Biggest can't be choosers, but
is Coke brown fizzy? That's more black fizzy.
yes.
LMP. Oh, we could get hold of because they brought back the original, which is a lemon and te aroha.
Didn't see it all.
That's where it started because I got the soda guys are there. That's where they got the water from. Then they moved it to Paidor and they called it LMP, and the rest is history. But everyone forgets about the little te aroha. They redone it this year. They reproduced it, put it out there. So if you're watching, which you're probably not, I'll probably call you up anyway because that'd be quite good. We're educating people. Anyway, so the Weekend Fizz, what's getting us fizzed up for the weekend? What's shaking your Coke bottle?
What is shaking my Coke bottle?
Yeah, well, you start us off.
Oh, I'm just trying to.
You start us off. What's shaking up your?
I'm level 5. For me, it is the Roosters dismantling the Seagulls. I think if I talked this about probably 3 podcasts ago on how this is the time for the Roosters now to do what they're doing and they're producing, and if I think they beat the Seagulls, which I think they're 1 below them.
Yep.
That creates that gap once again. Where the Raiders are on 20 points as well, so I think there's 3 teams on 20 points, and I think this is going to either make or break them.
I mean, they got the players. There's no doubt in that.
Yeah, they got a tough ride home though, and that's the only thing I'm worried about.
What is it?
I think the Storm. No, they haven't got Storm. The only game I'm not worried about is the West Tigers game. But
look out. You can't be asleep at the wheel at the end. Not if you got 20 points.
No.
You're gonna be. You need to be fucking turning up for those games.
It's so Eagles, Broncos, Cowboys, Tigers, and then Storm, and then Rabbitohs last. So it's
that is hard.
It's all top 8 bar 1.
Actually, Rabbitohs were good in the weekend.
Shit, they were.
Terrell Mitt is just beam.
This was going to be one of my year nars was Roosters, Rabbitohs. Are they a title contender after the last couple of weeks?
I mean, they're a shot. I reckon, they're a shot.
How about Alex Johnson? Try scoring phenomenon.
He just loves it.
Was it 11 in 6 weeks or 12 in 5?
Yeah, something like that. He's basically, he's from Dargaville. He just farms Kumara.
Yeah, so Roosters, Seagulls, but then also Warriors v Storm on a Friday night at Mount Sparta. Mount Sparta.
I should change it to
Mount Sparta.
Mount Smart. Is that like name for something? Oh, is that a business? Smart? What's that? Mount Sparta. And then all you need to do is...
I don't think the IQ of many people
because remember,
is smart, but
when Ruben Wiki ran off the back fence and smoked Soyola, he actually yelled out Sparta when he ran that. Like, legit, I'm not even making that up. He said it himself. They asked him on an interview, what were you yelling when you ran up? He said Sparta.
300.
300 had come out. Like, why not?
Just bring it in as in a god,
Mount Sparta. You heard it here first. Anyway, what were we talking about? The Wiseman. Yeah.
So, going... This could be 5 in a row for Storm. And
I'd love it for that to be happening.
honestly, I think that's what I'm fizzed about. I'm not too fizzed about the Warriors because there's no implications on the game right now. But
I just, you know what I'd love?
Friday night at Mount Smart.
Oh, mate, come on.
That's just so cool.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's why I've gone.
That's my fizz.
I'm just going to jump in on your fizz because my fizz and only fizz is the Wars versus Storm at home. Homecoming round 2. I forgot the question mark though. You know when like a rapper or an artist comes out and then we have that first album.
Yeah.
And it's like
Volume
so mean.
2.
It's
And
like,
then,
oh shit, that's so mean.
Was it Usher Volume 2, whatever it was?
Yeah, and then they got to bring out the next album. Is this like the Warriors' second album, the second Homecoming? Like, is it going to be...
Has the hype gone?
Maybe. But, stuff that the Wars will get it done. 13 plus, baby. You heard it here first. And if they don't do that, you didn't hear it here.
That was that other...
The other one.
The other guy. Jason.
Yeah. So, fizz for that. Come on, Wars. That about wraps it up. You got anything else you want to chuck in there?
Apart from Church the Sindo, but...
You're a bit late on that.
Yeah, I know.
They might not have stuck around. They might have said, he hasn't said Cheer the Sindo, so, I'm tapping out at 20 minutes.
No, I think that's
everything.
Yeah.
So once again, shout out to FitZone. They got their free 4-week challenge starting this week. So I can't use this ad again next week, which I was going to because it starts this week. Anyway, free 4-week challenge starts this week. Register online. Go to www.fitzonenz.com. You don't have to be a member, I think. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. If you turn up and you're not a member, and the staff are like, you have to be a member, just say Lenny said on the podcast.
He's the real deal,
I'm
mate.
sure they'll understand. But yeah, get in there. There's actually probably not many spots left either. So if you are going to get amongst it, you need to get amongst it now. And then you could be scoring bloody tries and doing the WAP like Corey Harawira Naida at the end of it. Actually, I might reenact that at some point. The try celebration.
Right now or?
At some point, I don't know. If I lose a bet. What was our bet again?
Our bet, if
he actually played or not.
if he went to fullback. No. Remember if...
Oh, for our man's, yeah, that's all right. Well, should we do another bet? No, we won't. I was just saying, the Roosters lose, you have to do a WAP dance. If the Wires lose, I have to do a WAP dance. On the table, like, brush everything off and just be like...
This is quite high-tech, expensive.
We're just like, no, you just push it off.
I'll gently place
No,
it
you
to the
just
side.
go,
Yeah.
oh, shit. Okay. We might not do that. We probably won't do that. But anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for coming along. That's been the Kiwi NRL podcast
Cheers, team.
for another week. Yeah, chit-chit.